you go. I'm gonna hang out for a little bit.
Alright, guys, you guys don't like finding your seats.
Yes, you will do.
Can I get Ron to the stage, please?
People stepped out there.
No.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Thank you for everyone staying, and I think some people, I'll let them know outside if we're back. This next set of speakers, I'm so excited to announce for them being here. This first speaker, she is such an amazing human being. She is taking beauty to the next, like, I don't even know what you're doing, girl, but you're doing it. But she is an amazing human being. I got to sit with her the other day and just hear about her journey. It's been 1 year, right? 1 year that you've been taking your business to a new level, and you're starting to do new coaching, and I just can't wait to see everything that you're going to accomplish. Let's welcome Wesley, everyone. And this next speaker, how can I put this? I want to tell a quick story really fast. How amazing these events can be and where they can go. We met this person in 2019, right? Lewis had just finished writing a book, and with someone that he wrote that book, we went to their event, and we told each other, because we're super introverted at that time, we got to meet one person from this event. And it just so happened to be this person. And he has blessed our family in so many ways. Like, he's seen some very dark moments in our life, and he would come to our home, and he was just such a great, helpful friend. He has a 7-figure
Digital marketing.
But I know him as a man of God. He is overcoming so many obstacles, just spreading God's love and teaching people the love of Jesus. And I'm just so thankful for him being here. Please welcome Arcee. Okay, and our last speaker. Okay, what can I say about this person too? Again, we met him at an event. And I actually was the first person to talk to him, right? No, you? Oh, okay, it was Ron. It was the three of us.
You know.
And we just became amazing friends. When I say that this guy literally came into my husband's life, he made me cry the first time, because Lewis was on a Zoom with him, and he told him, bro, use your introvertness. Use it to your, advantage, and just help people by being an introvert. So all the introverts started reaching out to Lewis and being like, bro, I'm an introvert. Like, I need to learn what you're doing. And he's just been an amazing friend. He's a seven-figure earner in creating content. He's soon to be a dad. Girl dad. Visiting us while he's moving East Asia, right? All over. But we're just so thankful he can be here. Please welcome Radical Nation.
Am I going first?
Ladies first.
Oh my god!
Thrown into the fire.
No pressure.
What do I say?
No, you can ask your question.
Oh, okay.
You want to intro yourself?
No, you go ahead and ask.
We got Wesley,
Hi,
hair
guys.
specialist,
Extension specialist.
extensions.
Yeah, so what do you do? Yeah.
I specialize in extensions. I'm a hairdresser. I also specialize in blondes. And I'm a credit enthusiast. I actually got into like the credit space because I was trying to find my way out of doing hair, and not so much getting away from it, but more so of like the passive income. And I went into Amazon, so I needed the funding for the Amazon business. And so my mentor, he actually told me, he goes, you know, you're good at what you do. I don't know why you're like looking anywhere else. And I was like, well, I just want passive income. And he goes, okay, well, go for it. And I did FBA, and it didn't go as planned. I was like, what am I doing? I am good at what I do, and I have so much knowledge that I should be sharing this with other people. And that is how I actually got to meet Luis and his wife, and yeah. I don't know what else to say, but here you go.
No, we're just gonna stick with you.
Oh, oh shoot.
Okay. So, the business is hair extensions, right?
Yes.
Why hair extensions? Why'd you get into that?
So I got into it because one of my girlfriends, she's actually here.
Where's she at?
She's in the back. She got me into doing hair extensions because I just saw how much money she was making out of it and how much time she was able to spend with her kid. And I was like, what? Like, I see her killing it. I'm like, why am I not doing this? And I was already doing extensions, but not the luxury side of it. As soon as I did do my class with her, I ended up like loving. I've always loved extensions because I have extensions myself, but I ended up just loving that aspect of like spending time with my daughter, knowing that I can make, you know, make 6 figures and make a good living. And I'm actually a single mom, so I want that time with my child, and I want to like, you know that I can make a good living and only work a few hours and be able to make the money that I do.
I'm sorry, but I think you're being humble right now. What is your biggest month as a hairdresser? Because I know
My
the numbers.
biggest month a few months ago was $32,000.
Is she being humble or what?
Yeah, I mean.
She's being humble, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, we talked a little bit at dinner, and some of the numbers you were saying just from one client, would you say like $10,000?
10,000 is
For
actually
one?
from my girlfriend. I help her. She actually does a billionaire client every 2 weeks, and she charges her $10,000
Can you
every
teach me
2
how to do
weeks.
hair?
We're in the wrong industry.
Yeah.
Okay, so how is this difficult to do? Is it difficult to learn?
No, it's
I
not
might do
difficult.
extensions in a minute.
So it's not difficult at all to learn. There's little things here and there, but I think it's more so of the confidence to be able to sell at that price point. I think that's what's hard, is being able to get the clients that you do and have that confidence, because everyone, like, no one wants to like charge that much, or they don't feel capable of charging that much. And me, through time and having my mentor, I'm like, no, it's our time, it's what we do. It's, what's harder is more so of the color, and we're great hairdressers, so we're like, no, why are we not charging more for hair? And people value, when they charge more, they value you more. They like, it's kind of like Louis Vuitton. You're good, or at a high-end purse, you're gonna treat that purse better than you would if you were like, if you got a $20 purse.
The target purse.
Yeah, exactly. And so the Target purse. So I don't want to be the Target purse. I want to be, a Louis Vuitton, or something that you are, the experience experience of it, the experience of having luxury hair, the experience of being able to afford something like that.
I think there's going to be some people here tonight who might want to take on this business. What all do you need to learn how to do this business?
What? A great
License.
mentor, a license, a good mentor that's willing to teach you what they know and give you that confidence to be able to sell, you know, at that price point, being able to help other people. Like, again, people are so grateful when people don't have, girls, if we don't have hair and we're bald, we feel so good. Like, it's a different type of confidence to be able to have like the beautiful, like, volume, luxurious hair. It makes us feel good.
Is this business scalable?
Yes. There's like different ways you can scale. Which one of them would be making your own hair extension line. Another one would be through teaching and having your own salon that you're able to have people that work for you. Yeah.
Okay, so someone brand new to this business, they want to start, hey, I want to do what you did. What would you recommend them to do to get the clientele that you got, you know, the education, and for luxury? You do luxury. I think we talked a little bit. Do you have any of them in right now?
Yeah, I do. You guys want me to show you?
What they're paying for is I think you said you can't see
You
it?
can't see them, so they're literally at the scalp, and you can hardly see them. So if like even if I pull my hair back, it's like not noticeable.
Because it just looks like your hair. I can't tell.
How much
Oh,
are they paying?
dude,
That's
no.
the point.
So for luxury hair, you are paying anywhere from like $1,200 to like $3,000.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Go ahead, bro.
All right. Oh, I got so many questions for RC. All right.
There you go.
RC, I got you 93,000 followers on YouTube.
94 now.
94,000. We had 2,000 join from our event.
Yeah, for sure.
163K on Instagram.
Nice.
344,000
Yeah.
on TikTok. How did you do that?
I literally just turned on a camera and I just started creating content daily, going live. I was one of the 2020 guys that I was going live. And my niche is faith-based, so I just love people, serve people. I'm praying for people, talking to them, answering questions live. That started in 2020. Timing was big. Yeah, so about $500,000. It's all organic. And, you know, I don't fake it. There's a lot of people that just come through the socials. But I think the biggest thing, last year we did numbers. 2023 we did almost 100 million views just for my brand.
Wow.
And here's what's wild. Here's what's wild. I posted all that while running like everything I'm doing, but I prioritize it because I know the power of content and how it compounds. It builds trust, it leverages you, and it gets you access to people quicker. So I don't know. I was always passionate. And it's funny because I try to be somebody that I wanted to be the marketing guy. I wanted to be the business guy. I wanted to gain a following based on a certain niche or understanding in business because I have a lot of different, business acumen. But none of that pushed. It was just me talking about God, and next thing you know, like, there's a whole niche and there's a whole bunch of people just like looking for realness and truth. And I was just real. To be honest, like, I'm very convicted with my beliefs. And I think a lot of us, depending on what industry you're in, you just gotta be convicted in what you believe in, stand on that. No matter what, I mean, you gonna get the people in the comment section. I mean, that's part of influence, right? So there's that. But yeah, I think it's just turning it on. The timing was right for that, and then it's one to start. It's another to sustain. So I built a lot of systems that allowed me to sustain. Who here wants to create 100 pieces of content in 1 week in less than 10 hours? Who doesn't? Right? So I built something that allowed me to do that. Okay, and that's why I was like, oh yeah, the YouTube is growing now. But there's this hack with YouTube Shorts. I don't know if you guys have seen, like, yeah, the long form might not be there if you don't want to do long form, but YouTube Shorts is just like, it's a powerhouse, and we're about to crack 100 back again. But it's the ability to say, I'm going to start. I don't care what people say. I'm going to do it for a long time, and then I'm going to create systems to sustain it.
It's funny you say the pandemic, because I started in 2022, like 2020, and I turned on the camera, wasn't working, but then all of a sudden it did, and I got 170,000. But I thought that I was good, but I think I was just an average guy at the right time.
Yeah.
Now that TikTok, that phase is maybe gone, I don't know if it is or not.
Yeah.
Do you think people can still start creating content today and get similar results, or what do you think it is now?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even Dylan talked about it earlier. It's just a content output game. You know, you can't control the outcome, but you can control the output. That's really it. I mean, it sounds as like very cliche, very simple, so my focus is this. So I have a software that we run with, and if you guys know, anyone know Repurpose.io? Repurpose.io. So I've been running with that. I post on Instagram, and then I post on my Facebook fan page, TikTok, and then whatever other platforms you want. So I'm actually creating a software that's going to compete with it, but I'm going to add a little kick to it. So it should be launched by the end of this month. And that's the thing, you know, in this game, it's the output, and then that's why the podcast game is growing and all these. But to answer your question, I mean, you know, can anybody get started? Of course. I honestly, if you guys have seen this last year with like YouTubers, you're like, I'm quitting YouTube, right? I'm done with this hamster wheel and having to continue to create content. So there's always going to be content creators that are stepping up. That's why I said sustainable. I got a channel that's a podcast channel. I got my main channel, and then I also have a business channel that I document all my business stuff. I got my faith ministry channel. So I'm building 3 YouTube channels. It's kind of crazy, but it's because I'm looking at it for 10 years, right? Like I could care less. They're gonna come because I know my stuff is good. Like, but that's confidence. That's not cockiness, right? When you know that your message is good, you stick around for a long time. There's gonna be a community that's gonna draw. Y'all ever heard that saying? My vibe attracts my tribe, right? Like, it's real. It's real, and I, like, for real, you know, I'm very close with like Louis and Veronique, and I'm like, I'm just who I am privately on these calls, like when I talk to them, on the platform. And it's just, you can't fake it. Like, you just gotta be you and who you are, and you get better, you develop skills over time, like how to talk. I still get nervous, I'm nervous right now, right? Like, I get nervous, and it's just part of the process. So, yeah, to answer your question.
So on the flip side though, how do you deal with the haters?
Yeah.
Like tarnishing you on the comment section because they see it like
for sure.
freaking day.
Yeah, I mean, I do faith-based content. So what do they say? Don't ever run ads when you're talking about religion and politics, right? The most controversial topics out there. I know that there's power in being able to be controversial, but also it brings this factor where, going back to answer the question, because I don't want to stray away, that there's gonna be people, no matter what you say, no matter what you do. I once heard this saying, there are people that have been destined to privately try to destroy you. Yeah. They have been assigned to destroy you, right? There's actual, like there's devils that assign to people to come after you. It doesn't matter what you do, it don't matter what you say, it don't matter how much you give to charity. They're always gonna say something. Oh, well, you know, you give to charity, right? Well, why they still roll up in the Lambo? They're always gonna say something. So at the end of it, in 2020, I used to argue in the comment sections all the time. I had to mature. I had to develop. And I just had to learn and say, you know what? These people are hurting. And I just have understanding for people now, because those people would never say something to your face. They're the couch potato people with hot Cheeto dust on the couch, just keyboard warriors, right? Comment section. And I have compassion, because it's just, these are real people that actually have a mission to say something negative. So I got to that point where I just stopped reading comments, I'll be honest. And I do get a lot of comments per day now, and it's wild. But yeah, it's a hard place to be sometimes, because yeah, you're talking about faith and people just hate that, you know? Yeah.
What do you think it is with Christian, and people looking at Christian too, that you can't be a Christian and be rich or wealthy and make money and have abundance? What do you say to them?
Oh boy.
I say, you probably never read the Bible.
Right.
There's so many wealth principles in the Word of God.
Yep.
Right? There's so many. I did like how to build wealth as a Christian. Like you look at every self-help book. In 2013, I started my journey in self-help. I bought the Tony Robbins seminar, and I went through a lot of those things. Like I used to work for Ty Lopez back in 2016 when he was like bumping. I ran the sales team, over 30 people. I managed it at one point. Got paid a high salary. I saw the high tickets. I met Veronique and Lewis at an event. That was my client. That client paid Ty Lopez $25K for the year. I landed them as a client after I quit, and I was working that event as the marketer that helped promote it, and that's how I met them. Right? So one thing led to another, but I'm going to go back to answering this question. You probably never studied the Bible, and you probably don't know who Solomon is. Solomon, the wisest, wealthiest man, right? He had all the wine, all the women, all the world, all the wealth. But I'm just going to tell y'all, he had it all, but he said this one thing in the book of Ecclesiastes. He says, a life without God is vanity. A life without God is meaningless. It's useless. He was a trillionaire.
100%.
He actually ran the modern day Amazon and Walmart trade. He was in the e-commerce exporting business with horses.
Right.
And he was a content creator, and he ran events. Queens from different areas came to him. He was a content creator. He wrote over 3,000 proverbs. And people from all over the city came every year to pay this man to hear his wisdom.
Yes.
So I'll be like, you probably never read the Bible and you don't know who Solomon is. Glory to God right there. Glory to God right
We gonna go around?
Watch your mouth, bro.
I'm ready.
Let's get rad.
He thinks I'm a getter. He thinks I'm gonna talk about when he was a Christian rapper, and he thinks that I'm gonna ask y'all if he can say a couple bars, which I would never do.
That's what I'm talking about, right?
Unless he wants to. I would never ask him. But
Google me.
so then, bro, like Rad, I met you at the Grow Video Live, and it's funny because I'm front row. I look over and the very first person right here is you. And you're just like, what's up, man? Very like nicest dude, very engaging. I'm kind of a shy person. I know I'm up and talking, but I'm an introvert too, but he opened up to me. And what are you doing? And we started talking, and boy, I got to know him. I got a YouTube channel that I got to 100,000 people in 1 year. I said, what?
10 months.
He's very humble too. Okay. And then later on, I guess he got to know me a little better. He's like, Ron, hey, I just launched my student program. And I think he showed me his phone, and I want to say it was like 200 or 300K. You can correct me if I'm wrong, this is what I remember. That he was making...
It wasn't as much as Solomon, but...
modern day Solomon.
Not Solomon, maybe King David.
There you go. There you go, yeah.
And I should have told you then, but I was like, 1 year of giving free, didn't charge anybody anything, just dumping and pouring, making multiple videos a day, not getting paid, building it up, helping all these people, serving them, and then finally say, all right, I'm dropping my course, here it is, and the floodgates open, and he capitalized.
Yeah.
Congrats, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Where did you learn that playbook to do that like that? Because most people start with the money first, but you start with the people first.
Good question. So I've been in sales my whole life, right? I'm not a college graduate. I'm pretty much a high school dropout. My mom was from Saginaw, Michigan. So I grew up in the Midwest. You made $60,000, you made it in life. You made it at a factory, you made it in life, right? So my mom never had a credit card. My mom never been on vacation. My mom raised me as a single mother. My mom was a school bus driver. My dad was a nuclear engineer. I was raised by a single mother. I grew up in absolute poverty. And I grew up in a place that people never accepted me for who I was.
Man.
So I grew up with identity issues my entire life, right? So the word radical, stand apart, right? I've always had that in my life. And because I struggled so much with standing out, I had a huge identity crisis until the age of 30. Okay, until the age of 30. I'm 38, so I'm just starting to figure this thing out. Okay, and so my biggest obstacle has become my biggest blessing once I leaned into it and started accepting it for what it was. How many people in this room are trying to find themselves right now? Put your hand up. How many people are still unclear about things that they're seeking? Okay, I think we're all there. If you're not raising your hand, you're lying to yourself. Okay, we're all in this process together. It's just depending on how far we're at in that process. Okay, so I've always been a top performer in sales. I've been a touring musician. I've done it all. But when I got onto YouTube, I remember working for what was formerly known as Infusionsoft, Keaton, in Phoenix in 2020 during the pandemic. I was making about $250,000 during COVID. People were trying to get stimulus checks, and I'm on 3 sales calls a day, killing it. And I just really felt that it was time to do my own thing. So I took a gamble on my life and moved to Vegas. And I started YouTube, and Vanessa Lau was my mentor. So I was gonna start making content about how to make YouTube and Instagram and all this stuff. And it was a complete failure, okay? Complete failure. My girl at the time was like, why don't you talk about credit? Because you learned that, kind of like what Sonia was saying, like it's not sexy, but there's a need for it, right? And because I never had credit, and YouTube is where I learned to rebuild my credit, learn how to leverage credit, learn how to get credit, I used credit to launch my dream. And so then when I got to Vegas, I started making credit content, but I made it in a contrarian way where I wasn't doing credit repair, I wasn't doing funding, I had 0 affiliate marketing products, I had 0 mini ticket products, I had no mastermind and no mentorship. I was there to serve people 3 times a day with organic, lo-fi videos. I did that for 10 months. I made $280,000 in 10 months by just serving people. I opened up my program. I didn't even have a merchant account season, so I was taking Bitcoin, PayPal, Venmo, and my money was tied up in peer-to-peer lending for like 6 months. And I had people getting pissed that I couldn't respond quick enough, right? It was just me. I didn't know how to run a business. I'm just a kid from Ohio, right? So I am a person that really believes that you have to earn the right to sell. Like you have to serve and serve and serve and serve and serve. You earn the right to sell. I see so many entrepreneurs jumping right into the scale phase. Bro, you're not scaling anything until you start subtracting. Okay? Serve, sell, scale. Scaling is not multiplication, it's division. It's subtraction. Less is more. Right? So many people here are operating businesses trying to learn how to scale or the secret sauce, but you don't even know that you're the secret sauce. You don't know who the hell you are, who the hell you're supposed to serve. So you're running on this hamster wheel, and you're bringing your family through all this drama. You're neglecting your family, you're forgetting about you because you're trying to make all this money doing what you see everybody else do and you don't know who the fuck you are. You have an opportunity right now that Buddha, Muhammad, and Jesus didn't have. You can turn on the phone right now and touch Bangladesh. You can touch Argentina. You can touch Cuba. You can touch wherever in the world right now that you're at. You have more opportunity at your fingertips, but you fail to capitalize because you're scared of yourself. You're not sure of yourself. So I served, bro, my first beta program. It was May of 2022. My program's been open less than 24 months. It's 22 months. Beta program was $500K. Okay? Launched my first high ticket in December, no sales page, $600,000. Shout out to JP. You guys need to have him on the next event. He's amazing, by the way. We did that. Lewis is part of it. But what we do here at Radical Marketer, and that's my platform, is we help people define who they are and help them launch sustainable businesses based on who they are. right? We package their expertise. We put that with their personality. Somebody says, what's the secret? I don't know, I gotta get to know you. I can't tell you the secret. It's what's different for me is gonna be different for you. Everybody's out here posting on social media and doing ManyChat, doing all the, and the tools work. But if you're trying to be omnipresent and everywhere and you're like doing that, you're failing. You need to focus on one platform that you love to be on, that you love to engage on, that your tribe is on there, and stop trying to please everybody because you can't. You're not called to everybody, you're called to somebody. I need that to stick in. You don't win in the middle. You win by being polarizing, by being you, right? There's a power in contrast. You will not know you're in the valley if you're on the mountain peak, vice versa. You need that heaven, you need that hell. Your biggest gift is your biggest curse. It's gonna unlock miracles for you, but it's also gonna put you in bondage with people. You have to be okay with people not liking you. Because there's people in this room right now that don't like me, and that's okay. It's okay. I'm not called to everybody in here. But there's some people after this session that I'm gonna be talking to and exchanging numbers with and doing life with. I'm trying to teach people that the mainstream isn't the way. It's the contrarians. It's the people willing to say, my life has a purpose, and I'm trying to find that purpose, or this is my purpose, and I'm okay with that. Right? So, yeah, I'm a coach.
Can I say something? So actually, this is the first time meeting him, but he used to mentor my mentor, and I actually, like the first time that I went into the credit space, and I saw their presentation, and he actually made me cry too. He was on the presentation, and he was like, you know, you don't know who you're gonna reach. You might just reach a single mom wanting to make it out. And I was like, wow, that touched me, because I knew that that's exactly where God wanted me to be.
That's awesome. Come on, give me a tough question.
I mean, I don't
pick on me all the time, so you might as well. Big man, big audience, you know.
I mean, I almost.
Rock and Pitbull, let's go.
I kind of want to open up the Q&A, but I just want to point out, you see all this beautiful stuff. We got a gym, we got a podcast, the most beautiful podcast.
I'm hella lo-fi, yo. Shitty ass lighting.
He's in the bathroom.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but I have it up there. You guys look at my YouTube channel, you're like, really? Yeah, that's where you start, in the mud. You don't start by being born a Kardashian, so stop acting like you're gonna be that when you turn the camera on. Dude, you have to stumble, you have to crawl, you have to fail. You can't just fly unless you fall. Stop being so damn arrogant and giving yourself such a hard time and turn the fucking camera on. You are the content. All this talk about I'll make content. No, just document the content. You're the fucking content. You're the content. Stop making this so difficult. Stop trying to show up in other places with different faces when you know that's not you. Stop operating business that you were never designed to run. Who cares if it makes money? You're gonna be miserable, you're gonna be broke in your spirit, your soul, and your body. So stop with this shit, man. Stop with all the self-help book and go to the fucking desert and meditate and pray and just chill and just walk. Stop. Everybody has a formula. It doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. Get to yourself. Get to know yourself. Get to know your God. Get to know your God. Get to know yourself. Otherwise, you will be lost, and hope deferred makes the heart grow sick. And I know a whole lot of hopeless entrepreneurs right now. The part of the truth is this. Whether you're making 8 figures, whether you're making 6 figures, whether you're making 7 figures, or whether you're making 5 or 4, okay? Because some people making 4 here, and that's okay. We are all in this process together. And we are supposed to be interdependent, working together. right? Shout out to all the mentees in the room that came from Tennessee to Arizona to Oklahoma. All of you radical marketer mentors in here, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys.
I just want to say publicly that this guy's my mentor, and I'm here today because he believed in me too, you know? He said, hey, Louis, stop being afraid, stop being awkward, stop being shy, and just freaking do it. Just be yourself. That's why I'm here today, so.
Anybody wants to get into e-commerce? That's the most ethical man I know in business, period. Like, I've never met a more ethical person in business ever in any industry than Veronique and Louis. These are amazing people, and Rock, man, you're solid too, bro. I love you, you know? But guys, like, if you really want to learn e-com, tap in with Louis. It works, for real.
I kind of got a question for everybody on the panel. So a lot of successful people attribute their success to a morning ritual. Do you guys agree with that? And if so, what is your morning ritual?
I don't have a morning ritual, but I pray a lot, and everything that I do and everything that I like, every time I make a decision, I think, what would God want me to do?
That's beautiful.
What would God like? What would God do? Would God be okay with me doing this? And if you know me, you know that I literally will always like say and talk about God. That, I don't know.
Dude, that's
just
fair.
me.
That's good.
Yeah, so I wake up at 4:55 a.m.
I thought you were serious. Whatever time Jesus woke up is when he woke up.
Yeah, for real. And,
Cold plunge?
yeah, make sure that there's a cold plunge ready. You know, I tell the assistant to make sure they gotta get to my place at 3:50 a.m. Make sure everything it has to smell like coffee. If it doesn't, I'm not waking up. You know, I'm joking, obviously. No, I'll be real. I personally don't believe in the power of routine because I think everyone's different.
I do too.
Me, like for real, there's days where I'm like, I don't sleep pretty. Right? Like, I'm out, like for real, right? Because it's long days. I never really talked about what I do. I do a lot of different business stuff. There's a lot I do all around the scale. But to operate at that level, yeah, you got to be healthy. You need to rest. I literally wake up, I'm like, what day is it sometimes, right? And I just get straight to my desk and I just start working. You know, there's days for that, and then there's other days where I'm like, my dog just won't be quieter, so I gotta go walk him. And then it's my think trip. And sometimes I'll listen to a podcast or I'll listen to just soaking music. Just kind of how I feel. I think everyone's season's different. I don't think there's this like 1, 2, 3. If it works for you, great. I low-key would want to test cold plunging. You know, I actually do. Like, you know, and I've just heard a lot of great things, benefits, because I'm 31. And I was just talking to Red about, you know, he's in his late 30s, so I'm like, hey, give me some game in the early 30s, because I kept eating Jack in the Box every night like I was in my 20s. I'm starting to get a belly. Yeah. You know, so I think.
Yeah. Dad bod.
Yeah.
Dad bod.
But this dad bod
Yeah.
it's gotta go away.
Girl dad bod.
Girl dad, rad dad,
That works for 5 months, okay?
But yeah, I just think everyone's different. My body is just a lot different entering into my 30s now. It wasn't my 20s where you could just do whatever the heck you want, eat whatever the heck you want. Like, it ain't like that today for me. And I just recently got that this last year, and I'm like, okay, I really gotta take care of myself because it's real, y'all. It's real. Yeah.
So my secret is bachata music, cat, and Taco Bell. I'm joking, bro. Success is boring, guys. I don't have any routine. I don't do breath work. I don't wake up at 5 in the morning. I don't take cold plunges. I'm a normal dude. I wake up and I just hit the grind.
Yeah. That's real.
I'm the only one with a routine.
Oh.
What's your routine? Yeah, share your routine. What is it?
You're making me look like South Stewart or having a routine. No,
It's fine.
Legit, affirmation is a part of it. Because one thing we were talking about, I think with Nick, is someone asked like, how do you get over all these like, or what do you do to like overcome fear? I think naturally every single person has negative voices that's always playing in their head. It's kind of like our body's defense system to protect us. But it's saying stuff like, don't do that, this might be risky, and things like that. So you have to tell yourself opposite things to oppose that. All the time, every day. Things like, I am worthy of success. I say things like, I am wealthy. I say things like, I can overcome any obstacle that I have. So that has to be part of the day. I tell myself, I love myself. If you ain't telling yourself you love yourself, who's gonna tell you?
That's good.
And you need to hear it from yourself.
Yeah.
You have to tell yourself that I forgive myself, because one thing we do when we make a mistake, we replay that mistake over and over in our head all the time. That's bringing us down. Release it. I forgive myself. Those are a couple of things I do. I got a vision. I got a perfect day from like morning to night. What's my perfect day? And I read it out loud. What kind of car am I driving? Who am I helping? What am I getting in from other people? Who am I spending time with? Part of it's friends. I'm out with friends, having dinner. What's my perfect day? I do that. I try to do it every single day. But those are part of the things in my day that help me continue.
Honestly, no. I wake up,
Lila
I
Boston.
take a piss, Laura wakes me up, take my kids to school, I try to go back to sleep when I can, and I just work. Honestly.
Honestly.
Does anybody have a morning routine besides me? Nick, you got one?
No.
I
Oh, she got one. Okay, me and you.
do. Same one?
Us too.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh, my right there. My guy right there.
Yeah, there's no.
Yeah.
There's no wrong.
I think it's personal though, so.
I mean, lately, like, God has been waking me up, and it's like before the sunrise, because right now, it's in March, so the sunrise is like at 7 a.m., and then the sunset's at 7 p.m. So when you wake up with the sunrise and you breathe in that morning sunlight, it just like supercharges you, right? So I like to go to the park, like, up early before my wife, before my daughter, they're sleeping in the bed, and I meditate, and then I go walk at the park, and go run, and like, just get some movement, get your blood pumping, listen to some music, you know, like, or write my goals, like, and it's very simple, you know, like, I write like, you have to have like maybe you have a COO or a CEO, you have to have your CSO, your Chief Spiritual Officer, right? So every day you gotta have that meeting with, you know, the source, right? And then you like check in, have gratitude, right? And then you do your to-dos, your TD, and then, you know, just get the day popping, just get it moving.
I love it. Questions for our panel? Okay.
Sam again. Question, I'm very intrigued with the extensions. I had them put in once and it was too expensive, so I just took them out and never put them back in. But have you ever considered or looked into starting your own line?
Yes, I definitely have. I haven't looked into it, but I have thought about it. I don't know. They were too expensive for you. Were you thinking of like something that like would be somewhat like more affordable? Is that what?
You know, well, my question just to see, I guess for that high ticket item, what would that look like to produce?
I had heard, so I'm sure you've heard of like Bellamy. I know Bellamy started with $10,000 and they sold last year for like, I want to say like 22 million or something like that. And they were only like, I want to say like 8 years open or something like that. So I would honestly have to travel to like East Asia and find good hair. As of right now, I'm focusing on more so teaching. I actually have my first class coming up April 7th. So that's what I want to focus on right now. Now, honestly, after like being in the credit space, I think my ultimate goal is to one day, because there's not a lot of girls in the credit space, I want there to be one day where like I do teach people that, because there's so much that people just don't know. It's insane how much like people don't know like just like even the simple stuff. So I would love that.
Any other questions?
For everybody that has a business, I would really, really, really recommend you do coaching or make a digital product. For the realtor, there's a really famous one in Arizona that he would get on YouTube and he would talk about real estate. And people may never even work with him, ever. But he had a coaching program which would tell you like, hey, this is what you need A to Z, $497, right? And so every single one of you, whether you do batteries, whether you do mortgages, whether you do taxes, whatever the case is, everyone needs a digital product. Everyone needs a coaching program. Everyone needs a reoccurring offer. The reoccurring offer is based on your level of whatever you do. That's why Grant Cardone is a content creator, and he's second, a real estate guy. He was before a real estate guy, now he turned content creator, right? So you are the content. That's how you make it out of a recession. When you take one stream, whether that's you're being a real estate agent, okay, I have a coaching program, boom, I'm selling houses, boom, I'm doing one-on-one consultations, boom, I have an ebook, boom. Those are 4 levels of monetization right there. Now you have an event, that's 5. I can keep going on and on and on. What you want to do is create 10 streams of income off one offer, okay? And it's not hard, you just gotta know what you gotta do. And it's just like what he said. You take one, you don't know how to make content, show up, create a free group, have everybody come to the free group, do a live call, chop up that call into 10 spots, those are 10 repurposed videos. Ask people what you want them to make content on and just make the content. The people will tell you. This is not hard, it's simple. I didn't say it's easy, it's simple. Get clear on what you're doing, get clear on who you're serving, and just start turning the camera on and have a plan, have a framework. And if you don't know that, get into a community that will teach that to you, right? There's levels to this thing, right? You have to treat it like a business, it's not a hobby, right? If you're treating it like a hobby, you're never gonna win. You have to be diligent and you have to be intentional. Everything has to be intentional and holistic and transparent. Show up who you are. I don't drive a Ferrari, I don't drive a McLaren. This is the first time I'm wearing shoes in a long time. I'm usually in flip-flops. Okay? I am very, very simple. That's my style. People can do what they want to do. They can have the lifestyle all day. But sometimes you have to be careful to not let the lifestyle get in the way of making a connection with the person. Right now, people are 1 to 2 paychecks from going bankrupt. You want to go flash your Ferrari, they're saying, okay, that's the wrong motive to lead with. The motive to lead with is, I can show you freedom. I can help you get ahead. I can help you be with your daughter. I can help you be this. I can help you be that. That's why I choose to not lead with lifestyle marketing. That's why I choose to teach people to go away from lifestyle marketing and to show up as they are with their bomb in their hand and their crazy hair. Show up as you are, because in a world full of AI, in a world full of filters, the people that are gonna stand out are the people that are showing up as their full self. And it's just like Elon Musk said. They said, what is the future? In the future of AI, you guys have no idea what it's gonna be in 2030. It's gonna be ridiculous. You will not be able to understand the real from the fake. You will not. You will actually desire the fake more than the real. The entrepreneurs that will change the world are the people that can show people their life purpose and the destiny of life. People like RC are going to be in a high demand because AI can never replicate the spirit.
That's so good, because again, going back to like building the digital products, building the coaching businesses, whatever thought you have around that industry, let it go.
Yep.
Because you can build a healthy business.
Yes.
Around you, and then we're literally going into an age where you're going to be building. There's going to be mini schools.
Yes.
Right? Mini schools, mini communities, and that's where we're going. I mean, if you guys are seeing the meta right now, it's communities. Back in 2016, 2017, in the agency space, I can pitch any business Facebook ads. They'll most likely say yes.
Yep.
Today, it ain't like that, right? Over the years, what happened? The Moseys came into the space, right? And they started doing the guarantees. 30 leads in 30 days guaranteed, or you don't pay. So now we're competing We're talking market sophistication. Where we're going today and where you guys are going to make your income is building a real brand.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
that's the only thing. People don't care how much you charge nowadays. They care if they can trust you.
100%.
Right? They'd rather go to the person that charges more because I trust them, but there's something fishy about this person.
Yeah.
I think there's a knife sticking out of his back.
Yeah.
And, you know, God is so gracious that he'll show the backstabber, but even if you do get backstabbed, he's going to help you even through your healing after you do get backstabbed.
100%.
Y'all see this? So,
100%.
but these people are getting exposed, and that's why building a real brand is going to get you further.
100%.
And it's going to take time.
Yeah.
Now, going off the community offers, the digital products, there's something deeper here. If you guys haven't looked into software, if you have a software idea, there's agencies that build it without writing a single line of code.
100%.
Hello, right? And there's a lot of people, it's called no-code SaaS. Go look it up, go YouTube it, go down the rabbit hole, no-code SaaS. You can literally build your own software without writing one line of code.
Yeah.
That's the Shopify millionaires that got launched.
Yep.
Back in 2011, what's his name? He wrote the book, The 4-Hour Workweek.
Yep.
Tim
Ferriss.
He invested in Shopify, right? And look where Shopify is at today. He invested in a no-code tool software, which is Shopify, drag and drop. You can build software today doing that. So that's a solution I've been doing, but we've been building that for ourselves. So it doesn't matter what business you're in. Real estate, credit, selling cars. So you could also bolt it, because some of us are like, well, what's somebody gonna pay a $49 membership? Well, how many of us are paying monthly softwares for our businesses anyways? Email marketing,
100%.
CRMs, launching courses.
Yeah.
There are solutions that businesses are looking, and if you look at the top 10 Forbes right now, over half have made their money in software.
Yeah.
PayPal, the Elon Musk, right? You see all these people, and software companies, the evaluation 6 to 10. All the gurus on YouTube, they're not selling you courses, they're selling you softwares on the back end.
Yep.
That's why you got people like Alex Becker doing $100 million exits.
Mhm.
This is where it's going.
Yep. Software with a service too.
With a service.
Okay? So you take the software and you attach your coaching program. So, hey,
That's it.
listen, for one low monthly fee, I'm going to give you all of me. I'm going to give you the community. I'm going to give you the community. I'm going to give you the implementation. I'm going to give you the education. Right? All of that. You have to make it all streamlined.
Yes.
You can't have all this shit all over the place.
Right.
One thing, one offer, one compelling offer, one cultish community. Culture has the word cult in it.
It's real.
Make it feel like a cult. Will they go anywhere? I don't know too many cults in Utah.
They
Go
drink
to
the
another
Kool-Aid.
cult.
They drink the Kool-Aid.
So here's the deal though. Not everybody joins the cult. Right? Not everybody likes the cult. Nobody likes the culture. Okay? Understand your vibe and go after your tribe and be okay with getting 10 no's to get one yes.
That's right.
Search for that one in the 99. The best marketer was Jesus. The best salesperson was Jesus. The best entrepreneur was Jesus. I don't give a shit if you don't like Jesus. I don't care if you don't think I'm a Christian. I am a Christian. I'm telling you this. Jesus came to serve and to die.
That's right.
He sold nothing. The pastors are doing that. Not RC, but the pastors are doing that. Guys, Jesus is the perfect example of how to be a human. So whether or not you believe in him in deity or not, I don't care. I'm not having a theological conversation. That's RC. But what I will tell you is this. Nobody has a problem with Jesus. They have a problem with Christianity. Okay? So focus on the goat in the space. And Jesus showed up as he was. And if Jesus had a Judas, so will you. That's how you deal with the haters. Understand that there is Peter, James, and John, but there was also a Judas in the camp. Okay? And be careful what you wish for, because you could get the leaven for your soul. So some of y'all need to sit down, get some discipleship, get some mentorship, plug into a community, because we are made for community, because God is community.
Worth 20 bucks? Isn't that worth 20 bucks?
Raise your price.
That's my coach, you gotta listen. I gotta listen to my coach.
20.
We got a question back here. JP.
We got bars over here tonight. My question for all of you is if you could just share one massive revelation that life or business has given you in the last 12 months.
Wait, no.
Yeah,
I don't know what
ladies
to say.
first,
No,
ladies
I don't
first.
know what to say.
You see how she's shying away from it, and all the entrepreneurs are going, "Oh, you're scared of it." Here you go.
No, wait, I don't know what to say.
Come on, Leslie.
Do it. You can do
No,
it.
I really don't know what to say.
For me, it's really to just be thankful, and that's I didn't talk about. That is one of my morning routines. So I might, but like even like him saying like speaking affirmations or speaking just good things over your life. You know, death and life is in the power of the tongue. Scientists did a study where they were speaking life over water and speaking death over water. Guess which one got this? You know, obviously the one speaking death. So there's something even scientifically that proves it. But there's nothing more than just being grateful and thankful. You know, my life in business has been really hard. Like I've been through a lot of stuff, a lot of downfalls, and it's hard. It's hard to like build things, and I tell a lot of people like some people just aren't built for it. Some people are just built for side hustles, right? Raddy, he's very encouraging, and he's encouraging me right now, you know, because like I go through a lot of stuff personally. That's why I think my faith is so strong, because I've tried everything out there, but there's nothing than being grateful. There's a saying that if you ever want God's presence to come in, just start thanking God. Like the very first thing I say is thank you Lord, thank you God, and for just waking up, and I go about my day.
Yep.
And that sets you off, and I'm constantly just talking. I'm just saying, yeah, thanks for everything. I know sometimes I might suck, you know, I'll say stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, but I know I'm worthy, right, of something. So just be thankful.
You also want to say
No.
Got you, girl, I got you. I would say, JP, you know, you know me personally, but these people don't. My mom died of stage 4 cancer. I preached my mom's funeral. I was the one that had to pull the plug on my mom, whether she was going to live or whether she was going to die. My mom was a woman of faith. She said God could heal me of stage 1 cancer or stage 4 cancer on this machine. Mom believed for her healing, right to her very last breath. She got to a place where she could not swallow anymore because it would actually like suffocate her. I was a power of attorney. I had a family that was, you know, mocking her religion, her faith, and you know, her death gave me life. Okay, being raised, my mom's my hero. I'm naming my daughter Sherry after my mom, right? So what I'm saying is my mom's legacy was loving God and loving people. I'm in the finance space, and I have a lot of enemies because I refuse to compromise. I refuse to do funding. I refuse to do credit repair. I refuse to take advantage of people. I refuse to overprice people. I've been away from content for years on YouTube because I'm all about the customer journey and the customer experience, because my call is launching people into their life journey. Finance is part of that. Funding is part of that. Resources are more important than you know. Jesus spoke more about funding than he did about health. Okay? So I want people to realize that life is so precious. I'm 38 now. Got the girl dad bod, whatever you said. But it's so precious, and you could die tonight. You could catch cancer 2 months from now. You don't know. Nothing is promised. And you know, all this time that you're spending to build your empire, your real estate empire, could fall like that. Unless you build your house on the rock, you labor in vain. Put what's important, which is your family. Invest in your family. Invest in your friends. Invest in yourself. Step back from the business, detach from the business, and don't make the business your God. Don't make it your God. Don't worship your business. Because when you do that, everything's gonna fall apart. Right? So live like you're dying. Because you will die one day. And will you be happy with your life? This has to be realer, guys. Entrepreneurs are here to change the world. I'm not here to be rich. I'm here to bring people into purpose. Right? So know what your why is, and if your why doesn't make you cry, then your business is gonna die.
growth and why I continue to go. One of my big reasons is my daughter, but another big reason is my family. Leading by example, I want, my brothers are here, I want my brothers to succeed, I want my whole family to succeed, I want them to have that freedom to be able to like continue to travel, to learn, to help my mom. Like, I think my mom's biggest joy would be to know that her kids are okay and that her kids would be able to like make it without them. And so all I want to do is just be a bigger sister, a good big sister, and
Okay, guys, any more questions? I think we have room for one more question or maybe two. Any last question? Right here? All right.
Yeah, thank you.
That was bars.
That was bars right there. That was a bar. He said, so she was just crying, literally. So you know her business is successful, right? So I really appreciate you saying that. You know that if your business doesn't make you cry, right, then your business is gonna die. You're gonna stop doing it. It's like what Steve Jobs says, right? Like you gotta really love what you do, or else any sane person would stop. You know?
Yeah.
So like my question is around that, like, because like you said, don't make your business your God, right? It's like put God in your business, right?
Yeah.
So like maybe you guys can talk a little bit about that, like in regards to like, I don't know, like if there's anything to say on it about like how your mission, your vision is part of like your ministry or like your purpose, right? And maybe how like if you've had to like hire and fire based on like the core values of like what you believe and like things like that. If you because I feel that way too now that I have my own business. Like certain clients I just don't want to work with. Like I can fire them basically. So that's kind of the idea that I would want to say.
Yeah, that's really good. I would say that people are your number one asset, right? Your employees and the people that purchase from you. I would also say that when it comes to customer journey, Jesus said that when you feed them, you feed me. So when you sell to them, you sell to Jesus, in a sense. And make sure that you're following through. Make sure you're being ethical and you're doing what you need to be doing the right thing. So when you're talking about ministry is your life. It's not like preaching, it's not singing, it's your life, right? So when you're walking in your purpose and when you are self-aware and you're aligned with what you need to be aligned with, you start having an awareness that people are the only thing that matter. People come with a lot of problems and they come with a lot of prosperity. So it's putting the people first. It's putting your head down and staying humble. It's being open to correction. It's being open to coaching. My boy JP there, he coaches me all the time. He holds me accountable all the time. You have to have core values to hold each other accountable. Accountability is the key. Humility is the key. Nobody won a championship without a coach. Nobody won a championship without a coach. Jordan needed one, Kobe needed one, LeBron needs one. Like, I was a basketball player. So the thing is sometimes the hardest people to play with are really good. For me, it's been very hard to have people be on my level because I have this type of intensity and Mamba mentality that I won't settle for that. But I have to remember that people are in their process. And the grace that I want given, I need to give to other people. And so when you're a leader, you have to slow down to speed up, and you have to take a step back, and you have to remember that not everybody's you, and that you're bringing them onto your business for a specific purpose, and that you need people to not be you. You need to hold them accountable. You need to give them the freedom to fly. You need to guide them and lead them. Nobody's going to be... So here's the thing. Lewis owns a VA business, right? So many people say VAs don't work for you. How long have you spent like getting to know your VA? Have you given your VA a bonus, or are you trying to give them $3, $4 an hour? You're going to get that type of result. Like somebody said, overpay people. That was a beautiful statement. Commissions, bonuses, gifts, blessings. These are your number one asset. They're gonna make you free, okay? You have to stop cutting corners in your business. You have to stop being cheap with your business. You want to charge this high ticket price, but you don't even invest in your people. You don't even invest in the systems and the frameworks.
Brad, I'll add, we flew to Japan just to meet our partner, who is our business partner in the VA agency. So we spent our own money to go and meet with him so we could create that.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And just to even go off that, I think a lot of us need to understand the definitions behind words, right?
Come on.
He talked about ministry.
Yeah.
What do people think ministry is?
Preaching.
Okay,
Work.
okay. I actually study in Hebrew and Greek.
What, Aramaic?
Purpose.
Okay, I'm getting there. Okay, see, everyone's got different words, but no one knows the actual definition of it. It's crazy how we're tossing words out in the atmosphere and no one's actually studying it. That's what I do because I don't want to get deceived by anyone that's saying, oh, it's this or that. I'll tell you, ministry is one word: to serve.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
And that's the best business plan.
Yeah.
People think they'll say traditional ministry. Okay, that's being in a church building. But marketplace ministry is the ability to serve other people in the marketplace. This is the marketplace today. So like I always look at that, and then again, we actually run I'll humbly say, the largest Christian store in Las Vegas since 2017. We staff about 12 full-time people right now. People are like, oh, look at that little cute Christian store. We do some numbers and we work. Everything we're talking about when it comes to purpose, that's great. But the Bible tells us in the book of Proverbs, it says, he who tills his land, he who prepares his land will be satisfied with bread. Preparing, working. I tell people, get on your knees and pray, then get on your feet and work. Because you're going to look at some seeds, and you can pray at the seed, you can pray until you turn blue and say, please grow. Until you get up, take that seed, plant it in good soil, and water it daily. And it's the people, that's why I love ministry, because I serve people, and the people build the business. The people build the community. The people is the community. We are in the people building business.
Yes.
People are done with leaders that are just like dictators nowadays, right? So like we serve, as every CEO and every founder knows that we serve. That's what the Bible says. Jesus didn't come to be served, he came to serve. If there's anything you can learn, just learn his leadership. There's a lot of leaderships around what he did, and that's what I'm trying to study. Is how can I tell people I wash feet for a living. It might sound, whoa, what is that? That sounds like super, but really that's what I do. Because when people see you serve them, they will not just serve you, they will serve the mission, the vision, your family, the people around. They'll go above and beyond, they're clocked out, and they're still going to think about how they can get better, how can they grow. Now, going back to, again, it's who you attract. And we don't get like, oh, well, you don't believe this or that. Like, I have people that are unbelievers, okay? So I don't get into that point where, are you a believer or not? It doesn't matter. Do you have good skill sets? Are you just a good person? I mean, everyone wants good people. Serve. That's what ministry is to serve.
And the number one way to blow up your personal brand is by serving.
Yeah.
That's why I blew up on YouTube, is by serving.
Yeah. When I think about content, I think, how can I serve people? Instead of saying, how can I sell them into my product and the CTA at the bottom? I don't need that, because they're going to be interested in what I got because I'm serving.
Yeah.
Every time I think about content, it's hard for people to think about content. They're like, oh, I'm going to be too salesy. I'm just going to serve people.
We got to have them in the ambassador.
I can't beat that. I mean,
Me neither.
that's it.
No more questions, keep going.
Oh.
You guys want to keep going?
One more question?
I guess the last thing I would say that I would want to ask on that, because I mean, I do insurance, so I get paid from the carriers, right? So I'm not usually the type that charge my customers directly. Like you said, everybody in here who's an entrepreneur has to have a digital product and a coaching program. Like, yeah, I can go on YouTube and hit record and, share my knowledge, and I need to do that. I will do that. But like, to create a coaching program, like, I don't see myself doing that per se, because I want to. Okay, cool.
I think it just depends how much you want to scale.
Yeah.
Because like if you're making it, like I'm gonna just be real, y'all. When you're making 20, 30K a month, you really, nothing changes. Except maybe more headaches, more people. People want to get big just to look big.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
In 2021, I started a car rental biz, Turo, out here. We have over 20 plus vehicles.
Wow.
Okay? Today, I downscaled it. Why? Because I couldn't see our team running 40 vehicles.
Right.
It looked good. I got over 100 videos just on Turo, free game, free stuff on the internet, on YouTube. Over 100 videos just talking about my journey. I didn't like it. I could have doubled just to look big with people and like, yeah, look at me, I'm the Turo guy with 40 cars today. Can I just tell y'all, not all growth is healthy.
Right.
Tumors grow. We try to grow just to look big. Who are you looking big with? The Gary Vaynerchuks? Like, I'm real about this stuff because I'm good. I'm serving people, I'm loving people, I want to get a healthy family going. There's people that have joy and peace around me.
That's good, bro.
But when you're making 20, 30K a month, because that's really it, nothing changes happiness after that. You can make more by scaling, hiring more people, get more salespeople, get people on commission. It becomes vanity after a certain level because it's like, now you're just working all day. The reason why you built a business is for leverage. Right? To work 3 to 4 hours a day healthy and it's still growing, and you're glowing. I want to be growing and I want that God's glow on me.
Yeah. I love it.
Now figure out what you want really, not the monetizable stuff. Because even 10K a month is cool with some people. And if I can just get 10K, I'm cool with that, right? But I'm telling you, after you hit 20, 30K a month, I promise you, when I hit the 50K a month, nothing changed. I hit 100K a month, nothing changed, except more problems, more customer service tickets, more of me having to wake up at night because there's emergencies going on. It's like, I don't want this, let's downscale. That's why I let go of the Turo business, because it looked cool with all those guys. But man, me at the airport, because nobody on my staff wants to run it, at 11 p.m., I said, this ain't me.
Right.
Once it messes with my peace, I'm cutting that thing off. And I'm figuring out where I want to go.
That's good, bro.
So figure out the industry and just run with it.
So that's why I say do a coaching program, because to help you scale, so then you don't have to be the one going to the airport
Well, it's scalable, there's leverage to it. I mean, you know, like there's so much leverage in building community, and there's long-term equity you build in people. Like we're not just trying to build for profit, we want the what? The for purpose.
Right.
You eventually get to a point where you're like, dude, you're making money, and you're like, what now? There's no purpose. That's why, all about the Amazon biz, I learned a lot from Lewis on the Amazon biz. But even with me, I'm like, and that's why I believe he even went to coaching.
Okay.
Because there's purpose in helping other people. You're just moving products, $5 profit, $10 profit, $20. There's like no purpose.
Right.
Yeah, you can keep going on that, right? Like, it's real.
Yeah, sure. He's right. There's no purpose in selling products on Amazon. I mean, I do love it, but the real purpose is helping people make money so they can have freedom with their families.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
right.
Yeah.
You're coaching.
Yeah.
So when you do a coaching program, like the minimum of it, you have to host like a meeting every week.
Break it down.
So you want it to be scalable and sustainable.
That's good.
Okay?
That's good.
Sustainability is a sexy word for me. Okay? Because I don't have time is your number one asset. You can't get it back.
Right.
So my program, I do 1 call a week. Okay? That's it. You get a private community. You get 1 call a week. I give a presentation, or I have somebody come on. They do a presentation, and then we do Q&A. That's it. That's the group coaching program. That's it. So for you being in insurance, you do financial literacy.
Wow.
Right?
That's good.
And then you can be plugging your own insurance, getting residual income from the insurance.
Wow.
Right? You can have somebody like me come in and talk about credit, how to get $250,000, $500,000 with no doc credit, right? 0%, all the stuff that you see on the YouTube thing where they want to charge you 10%, I can just go in there and tell them how to get it for free, right?
Yeah.
Just bust through that, right? Then you have somebody in there like Amazon with Lewis, and bam, now there's a call there. So now you're building up assets. So you're doing a couple things. You're exposing your people, your tribe, to other things that they're not aware of.
Wow.
There's things that they're aware of. There's things that they know that they're not aware of. And then they know that they don't, then they don't know that they don't know that there's a whole pie that they're not aware of. The shit that you don't know that you don't know. Right? So in that community, you build a community around financial literacy, and you start connecting with people in this room that associate with that. You then leverage your audience for them. They grow their network. They may get some sales from it. They give you the content. You can monetize that content. You can have them at an event. You can have a film crew. You can sell that. You can repurpose that. You can do all types of things with it. The beautiful thing about content is the more creative you get, the more outside the box you get, the doper it gets.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Thank you. That's good.
Yes.
And I just want to add, that's why we started VIP, is because we wanted to bring a whole different dynamic of entrepreneurs. Like, you guys are getting beauty, you're getting, digital marketing, you're getting YouTube, like, all the speakers tonight, they're all from different angles, but I think we have a testimony. Where's Blaine?
Right
Is
there.
Blaine still here?
Blaine, wake
Blaine,
up.
can you give your testimony about coming to one of our events?
He's put him on the spot.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so last year, I believe, we went to Richie McNeely's over in Henderson. And I came to support Lewis and Veronique, and I wasn't really expecting much. Just wanted to go and say hi to everyone. And I ended up meeting my now business partner, Ronald, who recently moved to Thailand to expand our Southeast Asia operations. Within a year, we built a award-winning AI automation agency. And that's why I came back and was like, if that happened the first time, I got to come back another time. Yeah,
Nice.
be here.
Testimony.
Oh, okay.
The last time, I think it was your guys' last event, I met Adele and his wife and him own a salon. That's actually where I'm hosting my class.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just want to encourage you guys, like, afterwards to definitely, you never know who you're going to meet at these events. Like I said, we met RC and Rad at different events, and we had no idea they would turn out to be such amazing friends. And now Wesley and Abel and everyone who was here, like, we've met them at different events and we became good friends, So you don't know who you're going to meet in the room. So I really encourage you to really talk to someone after and just get one person.
And after
I know, I'm getting
party.
to
Oh,
that
sorry.
funny.
What is it?
Oh, what does VIP stand for? Vegas is prosperity. So, because
Keep
we're
up
in
with
Vegas and then VIP.
Just do what I can.
Instead of being VIP at the club, we're VIP in entrepreneurship. But let us give a round of applause for our. We have to be out of here by 9, guys, but we will be going to Chicago Brewing Company. It's about 8 minutes away, so everyone's invited. If you're over 21, I think. Yeah, 21. But, well, you never know. We got young entrepreneurs, maybe.
Oh.
You never know. So if you guys want that info, you can get to me after. And I also, whether you guys want this or not, I would like to pray for everyone before we leave the doors, because like Red said, you never know what's going to happen. Unfortunate events happen. We don't know where we're all going to be. So if you guys don't mind, I'd just like to say a prayer over all of you. Okay. Dear God, thank you again for creating this space for all of us entrepreneurs, whether we're in the beginning of our businesses or just big entrepreneurs in here sharing all our value. Thank you so much for allowing everyone to get here safely tonight. And please just allow us to get home tonight safely to our families, to our loved ones. Keep helping us in this journey of business, because it is definitely a long journey. And we just always need your help with everything. Thank you for all the guidance that you give us continually. And God bless every single person in this room for being here tonight, and we just really want to speak over all of their businesses, their life, everything, Lord, and thank you again. Amen.
Amen.